I definitely didn't see that. Are you playing musics?
Give me a sec.
Show up late and then demand things. Wow.
I'm here. Turn on the music.
Yeah.
Turn down for what?
I want soft lighting and bass playing in the background.
Need some smooth jazz.
That's what happens when we let Chad Mir play wild.
But no
Smooth jazz.
roast
Usually
battles.
in the other games I've played with my friend GM, he always has jazz playing as like the entry.
Hell yes. He got style, man.
It's okay until, it starts ruining things because he'll just leave it playing.
And you're having like this dramatic moment.
And then I'm having this dramatic thing, and then there's just like a jazz band following me, and it's like, yeah, man, I'm digging it, yeah. Yeah,
On today's episode, we are stuck in an elevator.
Da-da-da.
Jesus.
Like that one meme with the girl holding her ears while the dude's.
Oh yeah, the dude falling.
There's so many songs that go with that bit. Anyways.
Alright, here's a dope fake magic item. Orb of slope detection.
Look it up.
Messages. Bring my doodling.
Okay. Totally stole this. I mean, I guess that's technically every music I've played, huh? I've stolen it.
Don't worry about it.
Today is my reminder that coffee is God's gift to mankind.
You know, I had to go without it this morning, and it was a little rough.
I would imagine.
I mean,
God
once
have mercy
I
upon your
start
soul.
moving, it's fine. The main thing is, like, if I'm sitting, I can't be without.
Because you will sleep.
Yeah, because I'll fall asleep. Like, I was actually pretty alright because I had to, like, be physically moving a lot, and so that, like, kept me. So, like, once I started moving, I was fine.
It does not help me, unfortunately.
For like half a second, I thought this was music from Halo.
I could play the Halo theme music if you want.
Oh man, I watched them like creating that theme. It was super cool.
I didn't imagine.
They just got in there, this like the whole like everyone's got their synthesizers and whatnot. Back in this car, like, yeah,
Got it.
man, I can do whatever, make it funky. He's like, you know what? Let's play, let's just vibe. And within like 2 minutes, they're on the freaking the Halo.
Alright, I found it. There it is. Let's just relive some Xbox days. Like, why not? It's just... I always like seeing people go into like acoustic rooms that are like in churches or sometimes locker rooms, weirdly enough, and then just by themselves do the Gregorian chanting.
It's so good.
Alright, so I guess this is our intro for the time. Are we all good? Or are you guys on chill a bit?
I'm good.
I'm good.
Alright, just one last one.
I have a friend who sings in a choir that does Gregorian chanting.
I personally like it. It has this nice epicness to it.
Potion of clothing removal. It's just
some
tequila.
alcohol!
Yeah, it's tequila.
Yeah, it's tequila.
Only from Mexico, though. I'm also gonna watch this Destiny 2 vid one last time to just see badassery. And I lied to you guys. It's not one of those things is unlike the other. It's two. I guess if 2 things out of 3
Then there's one
are
that is
unlike the other, then there's still only one unlike the other. Never mind.
Hey,
I'm not a liar.
You played yourself.
That being said, I don't promise that's gonna come in, today. It might. Might not. I don't know.
That's what I'm
Yeah. So with the Halo thing going in the background, let's just jump right in. as tired as I am.
Mm-hmm.
Coffee hadn't had time to kick in yet, but damn, that stopped me. So, what happened last time, you lot?
It was a
Dealt with the
while.
Arbiter.
And you fought the Arbiter, this is
We
true.
ended
You
the
stopped the
fight.
Flood.
We finished
Grouped up with
You activated the Halo and destroyed, yeah. 343 Guilty Spark himself came by and, yeah.
I believe we left off with finishing the fight.
Yeah.
Damn it, I said the joke twice.
Should have said it more confidently.
Yeah,
We arrived at the western outpost.
Thank you.
it's a seriousness.
And there we found a portal, which we took to after a lot of shenanigans. Yeah.
A
we
lot of
took the portal-
testing.
Yeah. To a compound is the only word I have to describe it. It's one that's north. I'm not sure if it's the northwest one or the northern one. I think we may have established that at some point, but I forget. Either way, it had palisade walls, seemingly untouched. Something I can't read.
Alright.
Possibly English.
Oh yeah, no correspondence is what it was. Don't know what that means.
So there was no letters,
That's what it was.
like,
Yes.
pens and stuff to write the letters. Yeah,
In the pigeon coop.
yeah, the aviary, as we
Aviary.
learned the word is.
There were 0 aviars.
There were a bunch of tracks leading up, but only one set of tracks leading down. It looks like someone had tried to fix the mess, so to speak, and clean it up a bit. Did not done a very thorough job of it. All the signs are on the interior, and yeah, it's like I'm narrating myself here.
I mean, that's sort of the point of this, isn't it? So.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, the tracks looked that they were attacking each other, so there's obviously some sort of commotion, sloppy cleanup. Yeah, I mentioned that. Possibly pass without trace kicking in here is the speculation on my end. Unknown how many assailants. The armory and the outpost in general have been cleaned out, completely looted, stripped bare. There was a cave-in, and it was not something underneath the floor of it. And we learned that the Shadow Man in among the Nevros is called a Mesicala, a Reaper being. And that gold hearts are usually used for golems.
And also cheesy puns.
I mean, that's all upon you guys, I think. So don't you be putting that on my villains, okay?
I don't know, I think I may share a sense of humor with the Shadowman, and that's kind of disturbing, but still.
Yeah, you're both
Yeah.
Nevros, so I don't know. Genetic sense of humor.
We're cousins.
Nevros poetry. Stab you in the heart.
Accurate.
Yeah.
Yeah, we dispelled the portal at what I labeled it to be in my notes here. So point A to B is closed down.
Okay. Okay, so you would. Okay, yeah,
Then we took an little taxi to Outpost A, but before that happened, we...
She's a lift, okay? A lift.
An Uber
Okay.
podcast.
No. Don't degrade her down to Uber.
Better
Come on, got her.
pay. She
and...
gets.
Yeah, go ahead.
Oh, I was just making a joke about her being lift.
I mean, she can certainly lift. As
Ha,
you
ha,
by
ha.
how fucking strong she is.
There you
Really,
go.
Chetamir, do tell.
Look. I'm just not gonna say anything, and you can continue your story.
So there's a sister. Her name is Danny, and there's Chetamir's past, essentially, in Rhea, or Lady Lara. Thank you.
Yeah,
And
so
then
you all know it
it's
now. Roughly.
yeah, Yeah. The Shattered Lady deal ? Seema's oath. I wrote here. Kill the unkillable. And then in very large letters, research the Shadow Man.
Yeah, I don't know who was on when I posted it, but I will not be helping you any way whatsoever, hints, clues, otherwise, on how you actually can, if you even can, kill the guy. Everything will have to come from you. Because if you break that oath, if you kill him and he comes back, you are now considered an oath breaker by every outer being in existence. Fae, devils, demons, everyone knows you as a person that can't keep your word. Which is very
Oh.
How does
bad.
that word get around?
You become an outer being and find out.
Alright, that's on my checklist.
Yeah.
You
There's
know,
just a
Garth.
Google Doc that everybody has.
Yeah, it's a
edit.
shareable spreadsheet.
They have grouped.
They use the everybody who has this link is able to both see and edit.
Yeah.
They
And
must
then
be
it's just everyone has sworn not to adjust it wrongfully. So, and if you do that, then you're an oath breaker, and we put your name on the list. You know.
they must
Yes.
really they must really excel at magic.
I'm
Uh,
kid.
Do I have to get my character sheet up so I can roll a death
Yeah,
save?
do it, just do it.
That doesn't hurt me.
All right, so how is our day starting? Okay, Marshall's starting out barely surviving.
Barely's better than
Yeah,
most
it's
of
not
them.
bad. Hey, I like to see these barely survivings. Hey, there you go, Pico's coming in.
It's out of my system.
No, it's not, and we all know it.
Why do you even lie?
Well, that proves
Why
it's
would
not
you
a
lie
fair.
to us? But yeah, your word, your sworn upon your name word is a very important thing. Which is why, you shouldn't just go do it willy-nilly. And it's why your name is a very important thing. It is you upon your very existence. So if you're so unlawful or dumb or whatever that you're willing to backstab your own existence by breaking your word, you're not really a trustworthy person in any regard.
Good to know.
Not to say that there aren't loopholes, but
Yeah, of course, but that's the Fae way, as well as honestly any outer beings' ways, except like normal gods. Normal gods don't really care.
Oh,
Just
you
how they
betrayed me. I'll just write you out of existence, but I thought. Begone.
I mean, it depends on which god. You do that to Gosha Krognek, your hide will, be a nice centerpiece amongst the millions of centerpieces in his mantle room.
Did anyone catch that? Did anyone else?
What'd you say?
He said that's just how we are as Elder God.
Anyways.
Don't worry about it. I am an AI that's ascended. Okay, just don't worry about it.
That's
Last-
star thing.
A Fae.
Barely.
Hey, survival. I'm doing not survival. Okay.
We got one.
Is there a finger gun roll I could do?
I just do a 1d100.
Improvised weapon.
Hey,
Oh my god.
Oh, we're wasting all our luck, guys.
Oh well, shame.
Stop rolling.
Shame.
all right. Last thing I remember is us stepping back into the muck, so to speak, and
Yes.
you mentioned Pico, I believe.
Yes. Is there anything else that anyone else would like to add before we get back into it?
I mean,
I slept on
Shadowmere
top of
wasn't
a dog.
really
Across
fair.
A lot of people talking at once.
Came across a transformed Pico.
That's where you ended, yes. And that's where we'll start in a moment. What did the other two want to say?
I was just saying Chedmer owes Noah a favor. Which
I
could
mean,
mean
you,
anything,
Yeah,
but besides that.
incredibly vague for her assistance, which is also vague. So you really got the shit end of the deal on that.
Look. I have nothing to say. Anyways,
And Jagana,
Yes.
you were just saying something?
No, I was just saying I'm sleeping on top of a dog.
Ah,
Cuddling up with
Wolf.
A little doggy.
a little pupper.
A little baby puppy. My
She is
pretty
small,
Not-
but also
not
very
Not at
large.
all.
Yeah, but
She's
it's fine.
small with an.
She was a grown wolf when you guys
Yeah.
like shattered her bones when you first met her. I don't think you guys of all people are in a position.
But
to
she's still small, spelled SMOL.
Yes,
She's
she is.
not small, but she is small.
All right, be sure to kill a coin today. Gotcha.
Look at my dog. I don't take advantage of her or anything. She's just my friend.
This is true. This is true, and I
Cats.
appreciate that. I guess.
Cats are better.
I'm just very aware that I'm not a ranger. I'm just like, no,
yeah,
she's
like
not.
the fact that
Like,
the fact that any of you have pets is like my gift unto you.
yeah.
The only one that had clearance, like full clearance, was Saurus to have a companion.
That's for obvious reasons.
Yeah, exactly. So, yeah. But let's get into it, shall we? But before we do so, I'm gonna draw a tarot card just to see what's gonna happen today. Oh, we got temperance. Okay, well, let's hope you guys can exercise some temperance. So,
Hilarious.
you guys are departing from Anella's, for lack of better term. This is not what I have it recorded as by any means, because I don't have a name for it, but her hall of teleportation rooms. You guys depart from its pure white, shadowless interior and step back out into the same blood-filled scene, the same disgustingly scented scene, etc., etc. So it's a hell of a contrast. And you step out sort of towards the staircase that you guys initially came up upon, or from up upon, and you still see the bent over, held up by like a ragdoll, corpse with its spinal spike. You see Coin, which is, she's sort of just chilling there on all fours with a peculiar, I was gonna say package, that's not really the right, maybe, package upon her back. Now, I don't have only minimal knowledge of such creatures, but is roughly a few feet long. I don't know. You gotta fill me in here. It's a few feet long. It's like this,
very
sort of fox
tiny
red.
It's a rare panda. She's a very, very tiny little cat-like creature. It's like a raccoon, basically.
Mm-hmm.
They're actually.
We gotta put in more flowery language. Is what I'm trying to say here.
Oh, okay. Well, there's in the sunshine of the forest. You
Okay,
see.
too flowery.
It's
I'm
a
not
very
trying to tell you to wax Shakespeare at me, but
it's a cross
It's
between a wolf
glowing.
and a house cat.
Red and dark reds and dark browns. It's like a whole autumn forest is lying on top of the wolf.
better.
She has like her bamboo stick wrapped on her tail, and she has her purple shoes are in her mouth, like she's keeping them close to her and cuddling them, and just a little pouch next to her, and she has a little like around her neck there's a little like her what is it called, a necklace with like the whole jingly bells around it. It's the same purple as her outfit, and it's just bells around it, and it's just super cute.
That is what you see.
Yeah. And when you step out, and when you're like make noise or whatever, she would freak out and just like jump away like a cat would, and like run around the corner, and then come back out as a human.
Oh, I see what you.
Yeah, it's a very good comparison, actually. That is exactly what it is.
I think Jedimir
Yes,
and
there's
Ella
no
would probably be in her place long enough that you could do that whole thing without her ever even seeing you. Now that I remember.
Yeah, your conversation with her as the last one took at least a minute.
Marsha would just look down and just shake his head a little. Your food get away.
What did you say?
Marshall,
Sorry.
Said you let the food get away.
Oh my god.
Oh,
Marshall, never mind.
Oh, hi guys. And she comes around the corner again. Welcome back, I guess.
And Danaway remarks to you, Aldrich. You always did have a way of keeping life interesting.
Yeah.
At this point is when Chedamir and I step through.
I do the whole stretching thing where you just wake up. It's like,
precious. But you're as a person.
I'm
Tanuki.
I'm a person. I'm not an animal anymore.
Yeah.
Hi, Alex.
Alright, so... Portal thing.
At this point, Danny, I'm not quite sure what would surprise me.
Did something happen?
I'd very much like to hit that point. And she just does a scrunched up face. Not there yet.
Did something happen? Why is Aldrich almost surprised? What's going on?
Noah has a knowing smile on her face.
What happened in there? Did you find something fun?
Yeah.
Noah walks away and just begins circling the room, idly.
Yeah, let's just go with yeah.
I ate a whole horse.
That he did.
An
You made a
entire horse.
How are you feeling with that, by the way, Marshall? That's all I asked you.
Much better now. It's had to sleep it off.
Okay, well, just don't run off and, do your business, or never mind.
We do not want to be around when that process is.
Mm-hmm.
Anyways,
So, children, it says with a sarcastic smile. Mission's not over yet.
What is the mission?
we have to get rid of these portals and clean them, basically. And try to figure out what happened.
Since you were
This music's too epic.
sleeping, I assume, in our absence, anything happened, Pico?
No, it was quite calm actually. I wanted to take a nap, but you all returned so quickly.
So, if we close the portal on one end, do you think that's connected to another, or it's just...
There's one way to find out, Chedamir.
Do we really have to jump in the portal every time we want to know if it goes somewhere?
That is such appropriate portal music.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
Take an inspiration crash.
No, don't do inspiration. You can actually use that shit. Oh yeah, you guys are gonna fight a monster. Oh, it keeps rolling once. No, it doesn't.
I will just spur you guys as the GM. What do? This says you guys' characters are content with chilling for the time being.
Yeah.
I will say you guys have not
portal, right?
explored this outpost yet. You've only explored the central room. You guys didn't go to any other rooms at this outpost yet.
Yeah.
I don't promise you'll find anything because I don't want to get your hopes up. Or I might be lying to you. And there might be a trap. I don't know.
Dick. Anyways.
But yeah. But of course.
1 out of 4 down. 3 to go. Here's one. That thing obviously leads to something, not necessarily to what we're looking for, but could be worth finding out.
So, who wants to go on exploring duty and who wants to jump in the portal?
Or we secure the area first.
I'm down with securing the area.
Yeah.
Can we jump into the pool after that?
I will pose the same question I asked at the previous portal. Do you want to go as a group, or do you want to station someone at the portal to keep an eye on it?
Probably as a group is better.
Yeah, I think that if anything happens with the portal, we're all going to deal with it at the same time regardless, so there's no point in dividing our power.
Alright, who's up front?
Yo.
They're on third. Who's on fourth?
Daniel and I will take up the rear.
I'm third.
Or then I'll take up the front. Or did Cheddarme already claim it?
I already did that.
Okay, then I'll take second.
Yeah, let's just simplify all of this.
Yep.
Hey, here's this nice little board.
I'm already here somewhere. There I am.
I forgot I have a thing now. Yay.
Oh, it's so cute too.
Wow, this is adorable.
She's so bright.
Great.
I love it so much.
Are we going north? Is that the...
Yeah.
Position 1 is up. Back position is down. About like that.
Single file. Like, what do we do?
There are
And
two marshals.
Too many marshals.
you'll always have a partner if you have yourself.
One must
I think you're
be
the only shape changers.
Milatidis the Marshal, and the other must be Marshal Milatidis.
Makes perfect sense.
I agree.
It's his secret brother that only appears if you say his name 3 times.
Boy, if he dies, that's happening now.
Marshall Militides, Marshall. Bloody Mary.
Marshal.
Marshall.
It's Marshall all the way down. Okay, yeah, let's just
We're
go.
doing single file.
What was that roll
Wait.
for?
Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. So do you guys just like daisy chain walk into it, just one after the portal, just one after another?
Aren't
Are
we
we going
securing
in
the
the
area
portal?
first?
Are you guys together? I don't know. You guys are saying go through the portal. So
Secure that area.
okay, so you want to secure this outpost? Is what I'm getting.
Yes.
Okay. So there are 2 doors that lead out. There's one that way. They're basically perpendicular to one another if you drew lines from them. So one, we'll say from the northern end of the room and one to the eastern end of the room.
Is this the same output? This is the second.
This is the original tree outpost, yeah.
Oh,
So you guys actually sort of saw where these doorways, they lead outside, and it's still daytime. They lead outside, and you saw the 2 rooms sort of just built onto the tree when you're downstairs and outside.
Let's go north.
You go to the northern one.
This reminds me of those like text games where you like type in the command.
I mean, that is sort of like an origin.
All right, turn to page 53.
Yeah, turn to page 53.
You died. I didn't.
You die. You
I
die.
left my finger on the page. I left my finger on the page.
I didn't take my finger off the original page. It's good. I'll go back. Those are good books.
It's like internet.
But, basically. But so you guys go through the northern doorway, going out onto, again, this sort of rope bridge with its own built-in like archway. Not arch. What is a series of archways? Sort of like a fence, like a wooden cross-good fence covering it in an arch.
I'll keep my eye on the path behind us, sort of like scanning.
Okay. Roll me your perception.
Perception. You see the Shadowman.
I'm just
chilling
very
in the sandwich.
Ooh.
Right up.
Ooh. Ooh. To the listo crits.
Shouldn't that be higher? Why are you only at +4? Oh wait, your wisdom's low, isn't it?
Aldrich
you
just
gotta- you
like,
gotta
I've noticed that
trash
you
talk
haven't
people.
gotten a haircut in a while. Like,
Yeah.
Like, you know.
is that
So-
Scar new?
Which one?
Hey.
You mean this fake buck chin?
Shadowbrew, you look different these days.
Don't worry about it. Anyways.
Mm.
It'd be too late to say I check for traps.
I do need a haircut.
Too bad the last time we were in.
Danaway pulls out a dagger.
That works.
I'd recommend that we go into town, personally.
Yeah, you're right.
Town's not exactly a big fan of us right now, but okay.
You said you wanted to check for traps. Was that it?
Yeah.
Roll investigation.
Because knowing us, it's gonna be like, oh yeah, there's just like a giant axe that we don't see somehow. Investigation said,
Mm-hmm.
not bad, not bad.
Keep an eye out. It does slow your walk over, but it's not like you're walking miles or anything. You're walking like
Yeah.
like a few dozen feet. There are no traps ahead of you for the time being. You do come across this sort of hexagonal, near circular constructed room. But again, it's like this is very much like Codename Kids Next Door treehouse sort of shit. You know, it's like there's the original tree, and then we built rooms on sturdier, big branches of it.
Yeah. That shows.
So the door is ajar to it. You check it for traps. You seem fine. You open it up. Nothing happens. It appears to be a armory.
With nothing in it, I'm guessing.
There's nothing in it.
Hey. Is there anywhere out of this room besides the way we came in?
It does. There's another doorway that leads to another segment of this tree outpost. The racks are bare. Tables that would have originally held whatever sort of assorted gear, empty. Places where saddles and stuff like that were put up for maintaining it, stuff like that. Empty.
Any magic smell?
Any what?
Any magic smell?
No.
Sniff, magic. I doubt there's gonna be anything in this room. Should we just continue then?
That's fun, you guys.
See, no wonder they lost. They don't even have arms for their people.
No, they took the weapons after they killed a marshal.
No, that's just mean.
They're not exactly nice people.
Neither are we, by definition.
Yeah, but we probably would. I take that back. You would probably steal from the dead.
We already have.
Yeah. Who's the real?
Such noble beings, all of you, truly. And no remarks.
Look, they were bandits trying to murder us. I have no regrets.
I'm not judging you.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just noting it.
Fucking bring out a notebook.
Well, if you don't steal from the dead people, I mean, they won't use it again. It would be wasteful.
It's not stealing when it's recycling. Don't you know that, Chadamir?
I'm just gonna keep going to the
Yeah.
next room.
You go back out into like a similar wooden walkway area. It's much shorter. It's only like 10 feet at most. And it just goes directly to another room. Still checking for traps. Open it up. This door is actually fully closed. You open it up. It's a barracks. Bunk room.
Do they have like chests for their own stuff?
Like, yeah.
Can we check those out, see if there's anything?
They're already cast open, I'm afraid.
Oh, of
Are they all
course.
empty?
Yep.
How many beds?
It's same. This happened at the other outpost as well.
Yeah.
So you're noting similar trend of operation.
They keep stealing their shit.
How many beds are there?
In this bunk room, beds like for a single person, there are 12, in terms of bunks, there's 6. Like, double up.
Yeah.
Gotcha. So we found 9 bodies, right? Because there were 8 on the wall and then 1 guy in the middle, so that checks out. Unless they can
4 1v1 duels pinned to the wall, so that's 8.
Yeah.
On a scale
And-
from sort of messy
This
to
is
room
common knowledge.
boss,
It's any guard station. Just because they have the room for more doesn't mean they have
Yeah.
filled it to
Yeah, yeah,
capacity.
how messy does the room look? Does it
Stuff.
look like it's been tossed, or does it look like it's been tidied up?
No, Discord.
No.
Oh, no.
I hear you fine.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it was just
Oh.
his end. Hopefully
R.I.P.
It's been a while since it's happened, so I guess it's only getting its fair due now.
Hopefully it doesn't happen more than
Loud all of a
It
sudden.
was just bugging out yesterday.
Eh. Well, if it kicks up more, we can start switching the servers and stuff. But for the time being, let's hope that's just a 20 income. But what were you guys saying before I relied on you?
How messy does the barracks look? Does it look like it's been tossed, tidied up, barely touched?
It doesn't look like it's been tight. It doesn't look like the bed's been made or anything. They still look like they've been lived in, worn in, and stuff like that. In terms of just at an initial glance, I'm giving this because nat 20. At an initial glance, it looks normal, quote unquote normal. Looks like any place where you busted into and start stealing stuff right from under their noses.
But I mean, it's one thing stealing, but another thing just wiping it clean, isn't it?
And the place isn't clean. It's not like someone took a bottle of bleach and wiped away any stains or anything. I'm just saying
No,
it doesn't look like there's been a battle here or anything.
No, I meant it more in the way of, is there any garbage? Like a
Yeah.
banana peel or,
Yeah.
there is.
Yeah.
the
So
signs
it's
of
not
life.
empty.
I tell it's been lived in. There's still stuff of people living here. But
Okay,
any
so it's not
valuable
like,
stuff that is in the chests and stuff like that is already is opened up and taken.
no, I
Kind of
meant
like a
it
still life photograph.
Yes.
I meant it more in the way of when you go into the chamber with like the foods in it, and because if you're just going to grab shit, it's not like you're gonna look for every single nook and cranny if there is a berry underneath it, or if like some grapes fell or something like that, like a couple crumbs of bread, and that was my thought, that there was nothing of those.
No, it definitely has those.
Okay,
Again, it looks like literally someone was using this room, living in it 3 seconds before you walked in, and they decided to walk into the other room.
But with the,
Except the chests are thrown open and stuff like that. So the beds, some of them are made in like a military manner, some of them aren't, which you would imagine a whatever guardsman would do, stuff like that.
so like it looks like how they left it, but with the chests and everything, does like it look like messy ransacking with like how they took everything out, or is it like kind of like looks like probably someone was more methodical, as in like stuff's not necessarily like thrown about?
Roll me investigation. This is just stuff you see on initial glance. This is now you're actually trying to dig into.
I'm
nuances.
guiding myself,
Very well.
which
Might need it.
I'm not. Here's the thing: Seema's not that smart.
You're not a criminal
So
or a
my-
criminal investigator.
My intelligence is a little bit iffy, so I know about as much as the average person would know, maybe slightly less with this role.
Familiar terrain.
Familiar terrain, people's bedrooms.
Not for Seema.
Maybe for all.
As far as you can tell,
military barracks.
it doesn't look like it's been methodically ransacked. It does look like straight up like walk in, no one here, open up chest, acquire contents, leave.
Mm-hmm.
That's like simple, like straightforward. Like that's what they did.
Is it possible to search the place for like secret compartments in their chests or something? What should we think of?
Is there anything underneath the bed?
I mean, dust, stuff like that. Nothing. There's no hidden boxes or anything. If that's what you're wondering.
Is there another way out of this room besides the way we came in?
There's not.
Okay. Well, similar to the last place. Shall we return? That was Garth, not like a generation doesn't talk like that.
Okay, good. I was about to say. group.
You're the ranger, Chedamir. Range.
I do forest, you do buildings.
I like how you just become like the de facto leader just because you seem to have some capacity of knowing where you're going.
Slight. I cannot get lost in the woods, therefore I am the champion.
Oh, my mistake. You're free range. Gotcha.
Alright, we're moving server. Give it a second.
Damn it, I keep living.
Moving server.
Alright.
And just like that, it's been done.
Ta-da.
Magic.
Okay, could I just like check around for like secret hidden bits?
Roll me investigation.
Guiding.
Okay, I was gonna say we
Very well.
could just use the old one, but
I don't have any problems, by the way,
have any
with
what?
like.
No, me neither.
Yeah.
Well, as we've come to learn, my internet is shit when O said I have better connection than you, and I'm in a fucking forest, so...
Mhm. It's
Shit out of luck there, isn't it?
He's on a phone in the forest.
Yeah, so... I don't fucking know. Me being so close to the Discord San Francisco servers must mean I get worse quality.
You know?
For the guidance, because it was needed.
17.
Woohoo.
As far as you can tell, no.
Alright. He's okay.
Yeah,
Alright.
keep in mind that these are wayward guardsmen, and there's only like a dozen of them at most stationed to a post.
Yeah.
There's not really much need for
It's not
secret
privacy
compartment.
or secrecy. I don't know, maybe somebody has like a journal or something they don't want other people to see.
Yeah, fair enough.
Dear diary.
Dear diary, I got murdered today.
By my own shadow, can you believe? Ah!
Hey, it's me, the Shadow. He got murdered today. Bye.
Be the best entry. Yeah, we should just go back then.
You guys go back to the through the armory. Still, bare tables, bare racks. That's on. Don't take that the wrong way. Moving on. You guys go back to the initial bloody and just death-scented room. You guys still have the other doorway, which I'm assuming you guys go to through. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'll keep an eye on the rear.
In the rear of the gear. I mean, Dan always keep an eye on your rear, but you know that's a different story.
It's a very fine rear.
I mean, she likes it. Moving on. So, you guys go. This one's not as long a walk as the initial exit from the death-centered room, but it's not like it's just 10 feet, right? It's like 30-some feet. Go up, go out. It goes up slight, gradual slope, and doors open, like wide open. I check for traps using that 16 investigation. You find none. This is this outpost aviary. It's much more enclosed. It's much smaller, you know. But it does have like its own walls and everything, like actual walls versus the other one, which was just we built a gazebo on a hill and put a cage up there. Mission accomplished.
And this one clearly has all the birds and writing utensils, correct? It's definitely
How funny you think that? Because you're wrong.
Yeah.
No birds.
Same as last time.
Yep.
I want my bird.
I can get you a million birds.
You have Edgar right there. Your group has his damn bird.
Also,
Is there any animals close by?
animals.
No.
Well,
Do I
corn.
get
The dark feeling you have of this place pushes things away. It's a place
Okay.
of you don't want to be here,
So
which
how,
is sort of the fact that your animals are with you at all.
that's how I was
Coin
about to
Edgar,
ask how are our animals doing.
fight or flight, ain't nothing to fight, and you're not really sure you can win the fight. Other option being flight, they want to leave, but they have loyalty.
Good bird.
That being said, your elongated presence in any of these outposts isn't a good thing for their nerves or their hearts.
Pet Edgar reassuringly. It's okay.
So what's
Okay.
your door number 2?
Is there another door out of the aviary or no?
No, this
Okay.
is it.
There was stuff downstairs, right? That we didn't-
There is in the central hollowed out, mostly half hollowed out trunk that forms the staircase that leads up. There was the stable, which you guys already examined.
Okay. So basically, we look around and it's similar as last time. Not much of anything.
It is pointedly clean.
Alright, we set it on fire. No.
Oh yeah, sure. That'll help you in the twins. Yeah.
Okay, so now we just have to go and clean up corpses and figure out if the portal is connected somewhere else now. Which is only one real way to find that out, and boy, howdy is it fun.
Well,
Well,
we could
Is it
close it
that-
down, or
yeah.
potentially save some time.
What do you mean actually saves the time? Oh boy. Not like this.
I see that change the server has done nothing.
The goggles, they do nothing.
All right. Well, welcome to the West Coast servers. Let's hope this helps in any
Welcome
way.
to the West Coast.
Well,
damn it.
we could walk all the way to the other outpost, or find out if this portal that didn't close down leads somewhere else. If we're lucky, this is a... Do you know what a nexus is?
I know the word, kind of.
It's like the... Imagine there's a circle, and in the middle of the circle you have a ring. And no matter what direction you draw a line, you will always reach a point at the ring.
It's a meeting place, basically.
Yes. It's a fancy word for meeting place.
I mean, it's a good word.
Well, why
I'll give you that. Sorry, what'd you say?
Why don't you just say meeting place?
To be fair, Nexus does sound better.
And they're not always meeting places per se. Either way.
Words are very important things. Anyways, let's...
I know one smiles at that.
Nah.
Yes, words define things by what they aren't.
Why'd you go, like, heartlandish there for a second?
Because I can't not. That's
Aldrich is actually from the Heartlands. This has been a secret this whole time.
The greatest.
No,
He's charismatic.
We just
That's-
didn't want to tell you guys.
that's just me, my own personal accent flaws.
Having a fun time.
That's fine.
Okay, so do we have, like, rock, paper, scissors for who goes in the portal and now?
Oh, I can
Garth,
go
I could
in
go full on Heartlands if that's
Pico
what
walks
you
into
want.
it.
Please don't. Okay, Pico's gone.
Oh no!
Gone
no,
permanently.
So did Marshall. Oh, okay, there you go. Oh, you there? You okay?
Barely. It's doing the same thing to me now, too.
Oh boy.
Shit. Okay, if that's the case, I'd rather I be the sole person taking this problem. I'm gonna move us back to East Coast.
East Coast?
East side is the best
East
side.
Coast, West Coast. Oh, that doesn't have the.
Yeah, no, it doesn't roll off the tongue.
Okay. We're back on East Coast, so hopefully it should lessen the load on O's end. And there he is. We're back on East Coast servers, so fingers crossed.
Alright, so Pico just barrels into the portal, apparently.
Just walks in.
Sweet, alright.
And there. Haha.
Hey.
Death stays.
So
Too many of these today.
So what happens?
what do my non-elven eyes see?
You're back in the void.
And
But different this time. Well, I guess you already experienced this feeling once. It is just a feeling of falling, vertigo, and stuff like that. And then, can you roll me 1d2?
Ooh, boy,
of course. Slab
Would you be so kind?
1d2.
kindly?
Ha, I see what you did there.
Would you kind? I love that about Bioshock. That was such a great twist. So subtle too.
Yeah, it's well built up. Anyways,
You're thrust out into daylight. You got your seat for once. Go you.
Yay.
Can you now roll me a 1d4?
Wait.
you are then thrust into a sword.
What'd you roll?
A
4.
4.
Let me just check something. Let me check.
And I'm dead.
I typed this wrong. It should be east, not west.
Ooh.
Yep, there you go. Okay, so you are thrust out, and I will describe the scene first, and then the more immediate effect afterwards. Around you is what appears to be a series of... It's a ruin of sorts. Large, and you can tell that despite its ruined stats, it still has been maintained to some degree for certain parts. There are some parts which you also note that are still grown over and basically nature conquered. But there are also parts which are cleared away with brush, and you can see have foot traffic and stuff like that. It's a similar compound as the outpost you're at before, the one in the north, but not a wooden palisade, but rather real, legitimate, man-crafted, albeit deteriorate over time and weather, stone walls. There are plenty of breaks in this wall, and there are some walls which are really just massive piles of rubble. Go figure. There are some wooden crafted watchtowers and things like that here and there, dotting the perimeter of this compound area. And there are also still, still standing stone structures as well in this compound, towards the western end of it. Towards the mountains, of which the margin claws are to the west, right there. You do see bodies, and there are actual full corpses. That's not to say they're dressed as wayward guardsmen, unfortunately, but they are intact and they have their flesh and skin, which is, better corpses than the ones you're just seeing. So, you see those. Not like right next to you. It's not like there's a massive mound or pile of corpses. But you do see one over there, way in the distance, one over there, way in the distance, one on the watchtower up there, stuff like that. But for the more immediate effect, you hear this ragged, loud, and heavy breathing behind you as you are thrust out of the portal. I assume you turn around to see it.
Oh, please tell me what you're going to say.
You're muted if you don't realize you're kind of.
Oh, yeah. Cool.
Oh god, sorry. Okay.
Okay, there.
Yeah, no, I was,
You're muted. Okay.
yeah.
Did you cut out, or were you just accidentally muted?
No, I was just muted because I'm eating
Okay.
chips.
Fair enough.
Yeah, no, yeah. Fun time. I turn around.
You turn around.
Slowly, like,
Just like slowly look over your shoulder, sort of look.
Horror
yeah,
movie
that kind
turn.
of. I shouldn't have done that. I should run, but curiosity.
Animal instincts.
The thing you see before you, I would, to be perfectly honest with you, even in my own personal IRL imagination of it, I find it hard to even describe. So I will lay it out simply and straightforwardly. It is a disgusting abomination of a being. An amalgamation of four human bodies. Its arms end in stumps. Not like cleaved off and then there's just a bloody cross-section, thing there. It's more like they're curved in, like a person that was born with a deformed limb. Just this little curvy hill of a stump. It is like that for all 8 of its arms and all 4 sets, all 8 of its legs. It is 4 human bodies put together at the back by the spine, so to speak. Of which, by the way, there is that familiar spinal spike jutting up from the point at which they meet. So this compass of human beings, of sorts. Solely humans you see upon this creature. The one you see immediately when you turn around it is a man of some sort. Suffers heavy burn damage. A place where his hair must have once been seems singed away. Same for his eyebrows and any facial hair he might have had. He is purged clean, and not in a healthy way. There's not just human beings, though there are 4 human bodies that form the centrality of this monstrosity. There are 3 other... There are 3 heads. It is... I don't dare... I might have something for you guys.
Ooh,
Oh,
I'm
God.
thinking of that
Google
one
Chrome
that keeps
would
on
allow me.
interesting,
Boy.
man horns.
No,
Nicolas Cage?
It is Nicolas Cage.
Nicolas He's in everything, don't you know?
Checks out.
Yeah, I'm picturing something like The Thing.
Potentially.
It feels very Resident Evil.
Resident Evil.
Okay, so...
Also sounds kind of similar to the Knuckle of E.
One head is a horse head, braying, screeching manically, loudly, and to the point where it's honestly a bit hard to hear. Another head is that of a dog, and it is rabidly trying to bite you, but it is pinned to where it is and cannot move nor turn, so lucky you, and unlucky it. And you don't see it because it's on the opposite end from where you are exiting from, but you hear it is a bird of some sort. A pigeon, perhaps. In a similar manner of the horse, of simply freaking out and being quite loud. There's another horse and hunt showdown which I was trying to find, but that'll have to do. And those horses are, in a similar manner to this creature, crippled and are just sort of there to die. And if you go near them, they're basically alarms for other players who realize you're in the area.
Ooh, clever.
So they're just immensely loud, and you either have to kill a dying horse and feel bad about it, or just let it keep braying and telling everyone within a 7-mile radius that you're in the area.
I don't feel bad about it. I will take a stone and just crush its hand.
I'm actually
in.
gonna. Okay, I'm gonna. There has to be somewhere. Hold on.
Some, like, horse brain.
Well, you gotta put it out of its misery, also.
Yeah, like I'm not
I
feeling
know
bad.
there's gotta be a video.
Oh,
somewhere.
you know what? It sounds kind of like that boss from Darkest Dungeon too.
Oh, yeah. What is it called?
The
Oh, wait,
Flesh.
I think I found something.
The giant
Oh.
pig thing?
The Innocular Flesh, I believe
The
it's
horse.
called.
Yeah, the horse scream you're talking
I'm
about?
gonna be honest. I don't want to see
No,
it
no.
because I feel like I would get nightmares.
Oh, well, I'm gonna post it for everyone else.
All right, well, just I guess ignore your chat.
Horse.
There you go. I found the actual thing.
I see.
So,
Can I look at it? Is it PG or like no?
no,
I mean, it's a horse braying loudly and scaredly and in pain and manically, but define that as you will.
Okay, that's fine.
It's not the same degree as the Innocular Flesh from Darkest Dungeon. The one in Darkest Dungeon you see is like really cracked open to like really gory. This thing, by all means, is just 4 bodies, human centipede together by the back
Mhm.
and missing its limbs. It still has intact flesh, skin, and everything,
Having a bad time.
basically.
Yeah, no,
So yeah, that's what the horse sounds like. The dog is snarling and barking and really trying to get a nibble in, but what can you do?
Yeah.
It is stuck. But
before
the
you-
man, his eyes see you. He does see you, and he's dazed, in a trance, and he just tilts his head. Make me a perception check.
Everybody?
Perception, nature, or medicine. One of those 3. It's up to you.
Ooh, well, then I'm gonna do medicine.
You guys aren't there yet. Only Pico sees this shit.
Oh, okay. I was gonna say, I was
Pico
like,
walked in, just whoop.
You silly Billy.
and I do
Yeah,
guidance, by the way.
You're gonna.
I don't
need
even-
it. Oh, never mind.
go
You can-
Pico.
You can tell that this being is deprived in terms of the things it needs to live. It looks incredibly dehydrated. It looks starved, which would explain the dog, honestly. And, of course, you know, being a monstrosity like it probably doesn't do much for its mental health either.
I give him a good berry.
Ugh, I have let myself go.
Shouldn't
You
have
give him a
taken
good berry? In what way?
Does he,
Somebody
like,
was-
he's breathing, right? So his mouth is open.
Yeah. If you want to get close to him. You're like 10 feet away from him.
I take my bamboo stick and I use it as a blowgun and a good berry into his mouth.
Roll to attack.
That'd be like a ranged attack. Damn.
Can you talk?
It bites down just suddenly, and the good berry in its mouth crunches and juice flies out of its mouth. It doesn't chew or anything, it just swallows. I will say this is something critically important, and some considerable time has passed. So the rest of you, back at the original outpost.
How long is considerable?
Minute.
I mean, it's been like 30 seconds.
A minute.
You assume that time is fine when you're in the void.
Oh, yeah, you're right.
And I didn't say for how long you felt like you were falling. So hard to tell time when you're just falling infinitely. It's like that Spy Kids movie.
Jeremy's just like tapping her foot, like, so how long do we wait?
So am I throwing another spear through, or
I don't know. You might hit Pico at that point, and
Oh,
I'm
yeah,
pretty sure
I
that
d-
would just destroy them.
Yeah, well,
Uh,
so am I
considering what
throwing
happened,
another spear through?
listen, considering what happened last time, we should link each other, link up, hook arms, rope, whatever.
Can I throw my blood pebble into the portal
If you want.
to like make it, you know, like a I'm over there.
If you want.
We really should.
Yeah, I do.
Yeah, we
There's
should
a bubble.
probably go through now.
In the portal?
Does it come
Well,
out
you
outside?
it came out that side.
Okay.
I don't tell you what happens in the middle. For all you know, there's a demon waiting in the middle.
All right.
None of you are there to see it though, so it doesn't. I don't have to describe shit. So, you guys link arms and go through. Literally daisy chaining it up.
Going to the Wizard of Oz. Jadamir is going to put
God
toxin
damn it.
on his sword first. He crashed.
Hey, what'd you say?
I said Jadamir's gonna put toxin on his sword first.
Very good.
Oh wait, no, you don't have blade oils yet, so you actually gotta like drip it down onto
Yeah.
your blade's edge.
Yay.
Ready to go?
Sweet. Okay, let's go.
Then you
Well,
go.
That is going to rest your blade.
Hmm?
That is going to make your blade rest.
Not if you clean it properly. I'm a
Shake
responsible
said
sword owner.
disapprovingly.
Think about it like this, Marshall. It's no different than like blood or something. Tyler remarks.
Which you always wipe off before you resheath.
Exactly.
She's not gonna reshoot it, right? Right?
Right, yeah, no, it's fine. I know what I'm doing.
See?
I have used the sword since I was like 8. Probably younger, actually.
Well, I think it might be a problem if that's the same sword since you're 8, but hey, whatever.
No, this is definitely not the same sword. This is way cooler. Anyways, we're distracted. We should probably go in the thing.
Lock arms and head through. One person amongst you lot. Designate a person now.
Garth.
I guess.
Roll 1d4.
Sure.
Let's see, 3. Okay, so on the opposite end from where Pico exited, your daisy chain of people gets thrust out on the pigeon side. I already described this to all of you as players, so therefore your characters now are actually able to see it.
Okay, for classification, is it literally a monstrosity?
I don't know.
I'm asking because Chedamir would know.
So
Have you guys, Chedamir, seen something like this before? That's literally impossible.
She's a studier of monstrosities. Her whole shit is monstrosities.
It used to be.
If you've never seen a fucking fruit and I showed you an apple, that doesn't mean you fucking know it's a fruit immediately, now does it?
You know, that, yeah.
I can tell you
Monstrosity
right now
adjacent.
that you've definitely never seen anything like this.
If you crack it open and see the seeds inside.
In technicality, and speaking out of game, this can be considered a flesh golem.
Ooh, nifty.
Or it could be a monstrosity.
Okay,
Or it might be a
So we-
demon. Or a
Can we
devil.
see this thing?
Can we what?
We see this creature?
Yes, now you do.
I have a layout question.
Yes.
The portal where we are spat out.
Yes.
Where does that attach to the monstrosity, or is it separate?
It seems like you can't really see it because this creature, I should say, it's really fucking big. Despite it sort of like being forcibly prostrate on the ground, it's still pretty tall.
Would it be classified as large or huge?
Large.
Okay, that's pretty big. Small house.
You can't really, you see the spinal spike in the sort of the corner by which its backs meet. Whether or not you know it's connected, you might assume out of game that it is, and you'd be correct. But in terms of just seeing it as a character, you don't really know. It'd be a safe assumption for a character to make, though, given the trend that you followed so far. So yeah, now you're all here.
Should we, like...
Nope. Hex. Elder's Blast.
Yeah, I mean,
Hunter's mark?
That's pretty fair. Not gonna lie, that's pretty fair.
We come out a giant mound of flesh. It's like, that's
Nope.
it.
It's just like a really fucking tall dude that's on his knees, and he's only on his knees because he doesn't have legs.
And he's,
And he's missing his
fucking
hands.
dog.
And yeah, he's also part pigeon, horse, and dog. You know, it's yeah.
We should. Can we set up like?
So
Roll a hit with that,
roll
which is blast.
initiative, or
Well,
Did
Roll a
they
hit
do
with that,
that-
which is blast first.
oh wait, shit! I don't have Hunter's mark.
I'll say
I
because
genuinely forgot about that.
Okay, type 1 in chat if your character's instinct would have been to attack it.
yeah, I definitely
Well, did the,
without a
did
doubt.
the dude ever answer, by the way? I
No.
asked him a question.
You assume he can answer.
I feel like it's just
All right, it's two.
I mean, here's the thing. I can tell you right now, he can't move. So it's really shit in combat.
here's the thing. Knowing that, it doesn't matter. Marshall would still just charge it.
You from the point of a direction you've been thrust out upon, you would be hitting the pigeon side, I'll say.
Pigeon, no.
Does he look how does he look like? Like, eyes wise, like, is he sad? Is he scared? Is he just done with life?
Emotion, basically.
Damn it.
Aw, come on.
His internet is horrible.
It's not that bad most of the time, but it's only like, hey, you're playing Dungeons & Dragons? Eat a bag of dicks.
Yeah, I mean, I was watching Discord, like, because I was talking to some of my friends on there, and like, it kept having issues yesterday.
Okay, that was a bunch of shit that just happened. I don't know what happened.
I
was able
asked.
to move to Whispers and come back before it reconnected to disconnect me and then reconnect me.
Discord just hates you, man.
Yeah, I've come
It's-
to realize that, but you know, fuck it.
So that's 2 Eldritch Beams, right? Because level 5 plus.
Yeah, can't just scale
I just wanted to ask, how do dudes, like, I know his mental state and everything is fucked up, just like, is he looking at me like, please, or
it. With that perception roll,
You suck.
he doesn't. He's looking at you as if he's unsure of your very existence. He's not sure if you're a hallucination or not.
okay, and if I was, and if I wasn't a hallucination, like, how would he react? Like, is he glad to see something, or is it just like, oh wow, another
Well,
clown?
he hasn't
really?
hit that point yet. He's still not sure if you exist or not.
Okay. I mean, I gave him a berry.
So,
That's real.
When you're tripping balls, you can imagine berries pretty easily.
That's true. I give him that.
You eat dirt thinking it's fries, and then suddenly you come to realize, hey, this dirt doesn't taste so bad, does it?
Let me tell you a story about that.
Wait!
Hold up.
So while at ranger school, you basically sleep about an hour at best a night.
Yeah, I've heard
So
that.
around
Hell.
2.5 weeks in,
Okay.
we were out there doing a patrol, and I was sitting next to this guy, and he's like talking, to a bush. He's like, "All right, y'all got the plan?" Like, dude, that's a bush. He just thought he'd give this whole brief to people. And then another one I saw, this guy was sitting there like waiting for an ambush, and he looked over. He's like, "Oh my god, someone left a Snickers ice cream bar out here." And he starts chewing on a pine cone.
Okay, well, yeah, the human mind goes to weird lengths for when it's in terrible states. So, yeah,
Good time.
those are fun stories. Thank you for sharing.
That's amazing.
Snickers ice cream bar. that's very specific.
Very specific.
I wanted an ice cream bar, man.
His mind really likes Snickers ice cream bars, I guess.
Can't make that shit up.
Can't make that shit up. You know, sometimes truth is more weird than fiction. Okay, so anyone that wanted to attack, roll all your attacks, and then we'll do damage systematically afterwards.
Gonna stab it real good or complete weakness. Take a pick.
Not my best throw.
I'm just gonna
Not
roll
your
with
best throw.
advantage and count that as both rolls, so I don't have to bother. Okay, so
Wait, you're really gonna attack it with your sword?
If there's, hold on, he can't move. So in technicality, you should be rolling these if you're a melee attacker with advantage.
Ooh, gonna go again.
I mean, if you
Well,
really like,
if you throw the lightning javelin, you throw
Oh, you're right.
the lightning javelin.
You're right. I'm dumb.
Let's see.
damn.
He's not prone.
How
Is
did
he
I miss?
grappled? He's not grappled. Stunned?
Not yet, he isn't.
Stunned.
Give it a minute.
wouldn't it be like a paralyzed state where you automatically crit?
Yeah.
I'm looking at home right now.
Move-ish?
Also, let me look
I
at.
would say it's restrained.
It's not restrained. I mean,
It's like paralyzed or restrained are like the only two that really fit.
yeah. Attacks against you, blah blah blah.
Depends
Okay,
on
I don't think it's paralyzed because that would imply he fails strength saving throws. He
You can
can
treat it-
very much still move.
you could treat it as zero movement.
Yeah. So yeah, restrained then. So attack rolls against you have advantage. So all attack rolls. So yeah, we can keep the 22 lightning javelin.
Oh yay! I was about to say, I'm like, I still get 46 lightning damage regardless. So as long as he would fail a dexterity saving throw, which I think he will.
Yeah, he automatically does it. All right. Just for I don't think the last attack succeeds, Chetamir.
No. I
No.
somehow got a
But
10
everyone
on a
else,
giant mound of fish.
Yeah, everyone else roll damage. And while you're doing
Abby.
that, I will be right back because
Crash,
lactose intolerant. What's up?
does that include Hex?
That includes hex.
Okay, thanks.
Could you marked them? So I'll be right back, and then you guys crunch numbers.
I did 12 damage. Oh, wait.
I
no,
did
shit.
20. I love the javelin of lightning.
It's a pretty dope thing that I don't use very much.
Pretty dope.
It's D4 plus 2. She's not a toxician. So yeah, D4 plus 2. So I did.
13, 25.
Well, that's assuming that it's not immune to poison.
35. 51, 61.
Did you just say 61?
Yeah, 61 total.
I quit. We don't need anyone
Oh, no,
else.
no.
We could just throw Marshall at the problem.
Not me. That was all of us. I just threw one
Oh,
javelin.
Damn.
No, my next move was going to be to run up and suplex it.
Yes.
Nice.
That wouldn't work, but it'd be so amazing.
I like how my hex procs did more than like both of my beams put
You
together.
didn't roll very well.
All right, I return.
How now, Brown Cow?
So 61 total.
61 total.
Yeah. So how far are we away from this thing?
The portal thrusts you out 10 feet from it.
Oh yeah.
But if you wanted to take a few steps and just attack it, that's totally fine.
Yeah, I would like to do something.
Yeah, that's
Oh, that would be with advantage, but whatever, it hits. And
yeah. Roll again, anyways. You might have gotten a crit. You never know.
Sure. Okay, what's going on here? What?
Roll 20 being laggy, I don't know.
Oh, I
Bless you.
opened up some
Thank
weird
you.
additional bar.
John, open the macro bar or something?
No. It's not. Yeah,
Okay,
so
well, okay, yeah. So, not a crit.
just throw the trident and then run up and like try to suplex this thing.
I think I know.
Like
What a
grab the
suplex.
horse head like over the shoulder and just like drop it like wrestler style to the ground.
Okay, I will say that you can't do that. It is pinned to the ground. So, but your character doesn't know that. But yeah, I mean, you can certainly try, and it definitely hurt. So,
Yeah, I mean,
Would
if
it be
you
the
can beat a
coolest thing
25
inside of
athletics, then, or not.
so what's so 61 before?
71.
Yeah, now 71.
Why do you all hate this thing so much? It didn't do anything to you.
It's spooky.
Giant mound of
Oh,
screaming flesh.
you all.
Okay, so let's.
I see it as my religious duty to send this thing back to hell where it belongs.
Void.
Hell, yeah.
Type of hell. There are many hells in this
Lowercase
universe.
h hell. Gotcha.
Yeah.
I mean,
Does it?
Anoa does like smile at your guys' rapid series of attacks and effective damage dealing.
I didn't think she'd honestly come through with us. I thought she'd just wait a minute.
No, everyone's here. Talo, Danway, everyone's here.
Alright, go.
And technicality, I guess those two should make attacks too, shouldn't they?
Yeah, I'd say I'm a little disappointed she didn't try to. Honest.
Let's see,
Make a
I didn't redo her sheet. Fuck, I knew there was something I forgot to do this weekend.
Your reaction times
That
aren't
we
good
got.
enough. We must practice.
So, +4. Hits. And you gave her the, Battle Axe.
Yeah, she's
Right?
a big old two-handed axe.
So that's a 1d12. No, that's a 2d6 is greatsword.
Yeah, it's 1d12.
Yeah, okay. 1d12 plus your strength mod. So adding on to the 71. Ooh, high roller. Hey, there's a high roller. So 83. That's a good hit. That's a solid hit. And Danway. There she technically has her.
She had a great sword last time, didn't she?
Yes. She does not have extra attack because she's only 3rd level, so unfortunately. That hits. 9. So was it 83 before? So 92.
You only have to hit once if your opponent dies.
This is true. 92 damage in the span of 6 seconds. Aye.
There's a flash of lightning. Hex.
Yeah,
like,
a flash of lightning, a series of Eldritch blast rays, people sprinting towards the creature. I don't know if Marshall's doing a battle. You're not raging for this, so it's up to you. But yeah, throwing it, trying it, punching it, suplexing it, and then Tom coming right behind him, and then Danway just like a proper samurai swordsman, just grabs her blade, draws it once, swings it once, and then moves to put it away immediately. But she's just sort of waiting to see
She's anime AF.
if there needs to be another strike or not. Yeah, I can tell you that's dead. I can tell you that for free. Your cuts and things like that, the slashes, the cleaves, and things like that, do sink into its flesh and the like. But it's how to describe? It's like you're cutting through like ballistic gel that was made wrong. Because real ballistics gel is supposed to simulate real human flesh. It looks like in this batch of gel, someone put too much of the gel in, and as a result, it made the gel too tough to be considered human flesh.
Like it kind of.
So you're still hitting flesh. It just seemed thicker, denser, tougher.
Harder, better, faster, stronger.
Harder, better, faster, stronger. Work it harder, make it better, do it faster, make it stronger, more than ever hour after.
Jeez.
Our work is never over. So,
I mean, fucking 10 out of 10. Good job.
it is dead. It's sort of...
I'll scale up on
The horse brain stops, the pigeon freaking out stops. The dog did try to bite whoever came close, but again, it's sort of stuck and it doesn't really have much neck movement all the way up there to get down to where you guys are. And the field goes quiet, and whatever life it had, fearful, angry, dazed, or otherwise, leaves it.
The whole thing, like also the person.
The whole thing.
Yeah, I'm mad. What the fuck did y'all do?
I'm doing a 180 and I'm scanning the immediate surrounding.
Roll perception.
We stabbed a giant
Nope.
monster.
Coast is clear, Aldrich.
The person was alive.
Coast is clear.
In technicality, the direction you guys emerged from, you guys wouldn't have seen the person.
We just saw the weird pigeon.
Yeah, so you saw the pigeon directly in front of you. To the pigeon's left was the horse, and to the pigeon's right was the dog.
I'm guessing, was the pigeon like a giant pigeon?
Yeah.
Or was
So it's not like a tiny pigeon head.
I love the idea. Picture it though. Just
No.
a little
They've
tiny
been
pigeon
scaled
like
up and down to compensate for this freakishly huge body.
I'm just picturing a little pigeon that's
Well,
just like
remove the
glued
image from your
onto
head,
it.
for it is incorrect.
It's so good.
Anyway.
So can I go up and like check it out and do like a medicine check to see like
It's yelling
what
at
the
us
fuck
right
was
now.
up with it?
You may do so if you wish.
I shall.
Anyone respond to
What?
Pico?
Yeah.
Because again,
Why
you
did-
guys didn't see the human part yet.
I could have been dead. Why did you jump immediately after me?
You threw
And
a
also,
rock
why did-
through. We assumed that meant, oh, it's cool. We really should have
I
clarified.
couldn't have thrown a rock in because y'all just jumped through. Like, it was like 10 seconds. Like, I didn't even throw the rock. If you immediately exit it, I wouldn't have had time.
We jumped in because we saw the rock, didn't we?
Yep.
No. But-
yeah, we saw the rock.
Okay, but I threw a rock. That would have taken a couple minutes because
What?
Yep,
I
void
was in
time.
that void thing for a
DM,
couple
How long
minutes.
did it take?
How does Pico know
You
this?
don't know sense of time when you're falling infinitely in darkness with no points of reference. Not even a stable mind can tell.
Okay.
Yeah,
so-
but it's like you just whatever.
We
Where do you
can
keep your rocks? I assume you have to have a pouch on you. You don't put it away in your bag every 10 seconds, I'm assuming.
That's not the thing I'm talking about. I'm talking about the fact that I was just starting to talk with it, and then all of a sudden everybody came in and killed it. Like,
Understandably
takes
so.
long.
We
Combat
can
takes 6
and there was
seconds.
a large
No,
creature looking at you,
the
ready
jump
to.
in takes time.
Time is weird in the void.
Yeah.
That doesn't matter.
Seema's just gonna say what I said earlier, which is that that thing was an abomination, and I took it as my religious duty to send it back to hell, lowercase h.
You could have saved him. That was just unnecessary.
I think that anything that was inside of that was long,
You can talk
long
it better
gone.
all you want. You killed a human.
It's
No.
And
I
know-
think. Okay, so as
I'm
I'm looking at this, because my suspicion is that there was not a live human involved in the making of that, and that was some corpses. That
I mean,
So this is
You can't you from a Roland's medicine. You can't discern whether or not they were alive when they were using the making of this.
yeah.
There were 4 human bodies put into the making of this. Whether or not they were living when this melding happened or they were dead is unknown.
Anyway, but Pico, I have to say, I think that the only way to free if there was anything human left in that, the best way to free them was to free them from that flesh prison that they were stuck in.
You didn't even give him a chance to say anything.
I think if he would say anything, here's the thing, I doubt he would say, hey, live with my wife and children, let me go back to them with my horrible melded body with 3 other people. Like,
Not even people, technically.
yeah.
If something put him in there, we could have at least gotten him out.
Would that have been possible? Do I?
Roll me your Arcana or Religion.
Which one's better? Definitely religion.
And all of you, roll me your background information.
Ooh!
Aldrich crushed it.
I got a good roll for religion too. Look at that. Everybody pay attention to me too. In background. Hey, look at my rolls today. Oh, those are actually... It's because they're my strong stats. Never mind.
I mean, yeah, you should roll well. Okay, so...
Pico, I will
Marshall
not
doesn't know it. Weirdly enough. Marshall, get advantage on this roll. I feel like you would know it, but at the same time, I'm not going to dispute that you might not know it for whatever reason. But roll again.
I'm going to go ahead and say I, as Orion, do not know it.
Okay, well, it's a story you guys have heard before. It's the story of fallen knights, of course. In the story, the knights lost. And they were put together. Just like this. Although their vessel, so to speak, was a lot more combat capable than this, whatever the fuck it is. It's pinned to the damn ground. Theirs was effective. This thing is a crude mockery of it. Or a pathetic attempt to recreate it, one or the other. With your religion check, there's no alchemy or surgery that would have separated them. The flesh that creates this thing is not 100% normal or mortal at this point. It's superhuman, so to speak. It would take divine intervention, a fell god, or a powerful mage to do or undo this.
Well, we have one of those. She wouldn't do it, but we have one of them.
Well, it also requires a number of other things if you want to do it safely.
Pico, I will
Just
not...
ripping them apart is a different procedure than recreating for a pigeon, a dog, a horse, and a human being intact, organs intact, flesh intact, sanity intact.
Pico, I will not apologize for taking a human life. I will, however, apologize for interrupting your conversation with whatever that thing was. I'm sorry. I did not see you as I came through. I just saw whatever this thing is. So, pardon my interruption. I'm not sorry he's dead.
Well, that is, thank you. I accept your apology. I also wasted a blueberry.
Don't you get to, like, make a certain number of those a day, though? Like,
I just find them and also eat one of them right now.
How many of those do you have left?
2.
Those are some good berries.
some
Dang it, I
good
wasn't even trying to make
berries.
the joke there, son of a bitch.
It might be the height of comedy. But imagine if you saw it in real life, it'd be the height of
Oh,
tragedy.
no. It's still horrific, but I just can't stop laughing about the idea of this hulking body with a tiny pigeon just glued on top.
I know exactly what you're imagining, and it's not like that at all.
I know that's not what it is, but
But also, you
in the satire of this campaign that takes place
I mean,
in my
I'd also
life,
find it really confusing if I saw that in real life, and the fact that it could probably crush me if it had hands, I would still not try to fuck with it.
Let's go grab my trident and aim a spear back.
yeah, also retrieving my javelin while I was doing the check.
Pulling out more charred flesh, if anything, but still pull it out.
Wait. Can I borrow a dagger?
Sure. I let her use my dagger.
Thank you. I would like to rip open the dude's body and find its stomach and get my good berry back because he swallowed it whole.
Roll
No,
medicine.
he crunched it.
He did crunch it, yeah.
Crunch.
You punched it? Okay, then never mind.
I said that he did one loud
And
and
there's
swallowed it.
Oh, okay, I just got the whole, like, he swallowed it, and I thought, oh, okay, he just swallowed it whole. Okay, never mind. I don't need a dagger. Never mind.
While you dig,
I
check if
don't
you've got a pot
want
of
that
gold.
any longer.
What did you say, Fred?
While you're digging, check if he's got a heart of gold.
I'm not digging. I'm not going in there if he swallowed it. Like, Pico
Yep.
sees it. She has a perception of 20-something, so I'm just dumb. So, I just
Sure,
forget.
what?
Everyone else,
Missing
what
gods.
are you doing?
There were a bunch of missing gods. Don't think it would be out of the realm of possibility to assume that there might be more of these creatures.
Who just went? Okay.
That is a safe assumption.
This is the worst of times.
The best of times, the worst of times.
This is only
Not even the best, unfortunately. So, what are you guys doing? I miss all that.
Marshall basically
No.
just said there might be more.
If you guys want to keep an eye on roll perception.
Yeah, definitely.
I mean, Audric rolled a perception of a 6, and Corey to him,
Guys.
coast is clear.
Hey,
Everything's
he told
fine.
me the coast is clear. I believe him.
Man,
The coast is clear.
I have one job, damn it.
Like, me and Chidam just look over and there's this huge fucking, like, monster running towards us. Like,
Nope, coast is clear.
Totally
clear.
different.
All good. Okay, with that perception, do we see, like, buildings or anything, or, like, what would be remnants of an outpost?
You see what I described to you earlier. If you don't remember it, that's not on me.
Okay, well,
It's ruined.
I'm not here to babysit your guys' memory.
I think it was, like, just a bunch of corpses, right? That was basically it.
No, it's ruins, like stone ruins, and then there's wooden
yeah.
outposts, like sporadically around the.
I will describe it once more. Do pay attention this time, as
Stone
I'm not
walls.
fond of repeating myself.
Stone walls, wooden watchtowers. Big difference.
You're in an abandoned ruin of sorts. Its perimeter is mostly intact walls, some walls being massive piles of rubble. To Aldrich's trained eye, there are plenty of breaks into this place, and it seems damn terrible, the defense of this place. Wooden watchtowers, man-made constructions, dot the perimeter here and there. And there is a stone archway which has a wooden gate, similar to that of the other outposts you went to. Amongst all this rubble and ruin, you see behind you guys, to the west end of this place, towards the mountains, there are some relatively intact and standing structures. To those of you that have played Witcher, it is similar to Kaer Morhen. It is intact enough for several rooms, or some rooms, or a few rooms, to be usable. That doesn't mean the entire building that these rooms are in are usable, but they're the rooms themselves are what matters, especially here in the Twins.
So,
And yes,
potentially,
there are corpses here, there, and there, around.
And they're actually, unlike the skinned ones, they're actually, like...
They're not dressed or anything, but they have their flesh.
Who stole their pants?
Stole their armor.
And their pants. Pants are involved in armor. Anyways.
I'll
One
go
would-
over
One
to.
would consider wayward guard armor being very helpful.
I'll go over to the closest one and pat it down, see if anything shakes loose.
I do that too with one of the further one.
Well, if you roll my investigation.
Nice.
Nothing. They are just in their birthday suits.
Mickey.
They are
Should've done the
naked,
cat
yes.
Search.
They are fit for Leonardo da Vinci's workshop, I'll put it like that.
I don't remember anything that I put there. Anyways.
The rest of you, what are you doing?
So the coast is really clear. Like,
From what we can
Yes,
tell.
I said that multiple times.
the coast is clear.
Just because someone rolls badly, that doesn't make me suddenly add a monster to fuck with you. If the coast is clear in the world, and one of you rolls badly, I will tell you the coast is clear. If one of you suddenly rolls well, and the coast is still clear, I will continue to tell you the coast is still clear. I don't play against you as players, I play the world. It
Yeah.
will be true whether or not you see it or not.
I just have a spear up to one of the dead guards. Don't you even think about coming back.
Marshall, I don't think he's gonna come back.
I'll start dragging the corpse I was looking at toward the gathering of us, like collecting them, piling them up.
Gotcha. You make a corpse mound area, I guess. Corpse line up
I would
there.
like to climb up
Like a neat row.
the watchtower. Closest one.
You walk up it. Staircase. It's a PUBG watchtower if anyone's played PUBG.
Anything I
Some
could use as a
advantages
shovel
up
nearby?
Two people split out once. Fred, go first.
Is there a shovel nearby?
In
Or
this
anything-
external courtyard area, there is like one off to where like a rubble pile. But yeah, so you go over and grab it. Sorry,
I'll start digging a hole.
it's not a mastercrafted shovel by any means. Oh, what were you saying?
Oh, I was just asking if there's any bandages up there. Maybe ammo.
Yeah, there's a Car9 8K up there, some 7.62.
Some
Oh shoot, a freaking 8X scope.
Some
PUBG's trash.
terrible lag.
Moving on. The guard outpost Pico that you go to does have a corpse upon it. So we're just slumped there, dead.
And they fit.
As all of them are, yes.
So they took the time to go around and take their clothes.
Take their uniforms.
Dun dun. dun. It's all
I will
disgusting.
search this one as well. Just like,
Roll investigation.
can I guide myself?
Do you wish?
I do. It was never my strong suit.
Same deal as the other one. Nothing but their birthday suit.
I poke it with my bamboo stick, and then I throw it down the tower.
I guess it doesn't make a wedding noise there, so
Yeah, it's a really disgusting one.
So we get shit for killing a monster, but you could just toss a corpse off the top of a tower.
It wasn't living anymore.
That doesn't count as
That-
living.
Yeah, that other thing was certainly.
Anella is walking around just for future's sake, just refer to this creature as the abomination, the monstrosity, because yeah, she's walking around the monstrosity, just sort of examining it. Like, this is very
Curiosity.
now with the context of this campaign. Any other time I say this, but for this campaign, like a person examining art, she's walking around it, just sort of circling it, analyzing it. I know any other campaign, I'm fine to say that, but this campaign.
It's an
Art education.
You're welcome.
So, Danway she walks around, and she actually does tell you guys that she might take a peek into the buildings themselves to try to find another shovel.
I'll go with you.
I give Chedamir like I look up from my hole and I'm gonna give Chedamir a nod.
Respect.
I come.
Sure.
I want to come too. And I just like jump down the tower.
It's 10 feet.
I gotta twist your
Oh,
ankle.
I
wait.
jump.
Wait. Well, I'm trying to remember the one in PUBG. It's like, walk out.
10, 20?
Yeah, it's around 10 feet. No, it's not 20.
Make it 20.
I'm not making it 20.
No,
I
I
just
just
roll, damn it.
I do the Jackie Chan move where you go over there and then like lower yourself to the lower one and then just climb down
I
the.
mean, there's just a staircase.
That would be cool though. Like just like acrobatically, you know, like
We'll think
Like,
you're
you're
cool
different.
no matter what, Pico.
Permanent parkour.
yes.
Gotta get that parkour.
Oh, the crash.
No, I'm here.
Oh, okay.
I was just
And
looking
then
up PUBG Watchtower to see if I can find a picture of it. Surprisingly enough, there's no pictures of it.
What do you think?
But I want to join and investigate.
You do.
If everybody else
Well,
is going
Daniel's
off,
not investigating at all. She's just trying to find a fucking shovel to help with the corpse digging.
I'm going to make sure she does get murdered.
Yeah.
I want to loot.
Something like that, Crash.
Ooh.
Yeah, something like that.
How does that help you see jack and or shit? There's still trees around you.
You see down the other way, don't you?
I guess.
Then there you go. Stop complaining.
You might as well just climb a fucking tree. Anyways.
Because climbing trees means you might fall. And then what happens when your sentry falls and dies and breaks his neck?
Fucking put a rope up, you nerd.
So let me just climb this rope every day for the next year that I'm stationed here. Yeah,
Arm
fuck
strength. You gotta get your work done. Anyways, let's go inside the fucking thing.
Someone's super
Danaway,
friendly.
and,
Why the fuck would you do that? So, you guys open. She goes to the closest building, structure, room, whatever. Doors are closed. She does a thief check of jiggling to see if it's locked. She will look around for traps.
Mm-hmm. I will assist.
Okay, then she gets advantage. Advantage. Seems clear. So she opens up the door. It's a mess hall of some sort.
Oh, it's probably not a shuffling missile. Anything of note, like the corpses are...
Bodies. There's bodies. There are people that were eating something. It's a bit rotted and decayed at this point from being out. There is a kitchen area.
This is weird.
Any food left?
Nothing that's not rotted.
nothing sitting out or anything.
No.
This turns to Pico. Don't eat anything. Even if it looks fresh.
It's the I'll put it like this. It looks like there are places like meat hooks, pantry cabinets, cupboards, whatever, cabinets that would have held like long-term food, smoked meats, salted things, but these have been looted. Everything else, things that were perishable, so to speak, still here and rotted.
You know, I'm starting to wonder if someone came in here after the whole tragedy and just took things with them.
I think it's a possibility. But also,
I mean, I would do it.
it's completely alien. They've been cleaning up after themselves the entire time.
Danway just walks around the room. She's noting things. No shovel here. Let's go. She leaves.
I follow.
She goes to a place like some 15 feet away. Another room. It looked to have been like a prominent actual tower, similar to one of the Hildens. But like all of its upper floors are, well, not all of them, but like most of them are gone, and the single floor that is remaining of stable ground from the looks of it is just, yeah, chunks of its walls and an open rooftop area.
Right. The corpses are there as well.
This is the armory.
Oh, this is the armory. Okay.
There's nothing
Crash,
here.
I would like to start ritual smelling detect magic.
Okay.
Sorry. Ritual smelling. That's so funny.
It's what I do.
It's perfect. I love it. But also ritual smelling.
This armory isn't as empty as the other ones. It is still entirely devoid of armaments and armor, but it does have other stuff as well.
Okay.
Like the shovel that she was looking for,
Aha!
and other rubble clearing tools from the looks of it.
Can I look
And-
see if there's like recent-ish tracks?
Roll survival for tracking it.
Yeah. There's like signs of like basically anything coming around.
There are also quivers.
Hmm.
A row of quivers aligned against their own rack. There are no arrows in these quivers, but there are quivers there. Recent tracks? Define recent.
Last few days. week at latest.
I mean, in technicality, these watch outposts went quiet in a rough span of time, similar to that.
Okay. Last, like, 2 days then. Maybe one.
None.
None. Okay.
Crash, can I attempt to continue digging using mage hand instead of my physical strength?
Physical hand.
It can only move 3
If
points.
you want to give the mage hand the shovel, I believe it should be able to accomplish it. It'd definitely be slower than you, I think, but it would still accomplish it.
I'll do that for a minute. Catch my breath.
Okay. It sort of holds the shovel like a gardener shovel, so like it holds the shaft of the shovel itself like close to the shovel head.
Makes sense.
Because it only has one hand, so. But you know, it still relatively accomplishes the same thing as you. Again, it's a bit slower and a bit more clunkier than your attempt at it, but
also
it's still doing it.
Think seeing this Marshall was like, really? That is what you were going with?
Yeah.
If you want, I can just dig the shovel for you if you were tired already.
Since you're offering. Thank you, please.
You would rapidly dig the shovel as fast as possible.
I mage hand the I mage hand the shovel over to Marshall, who offered to dig.
I won't actually have you spend a rage if you don't want to. But just roll me your strife. Or your athletics.
Please rage dig. I want that so bad in my life.
You can roll up advantage, I don't mind.
Hey!
Oh, you don't need it, honey. You don't need it.
Advantage? What is that shit?
Ooh. Marshall, ouch.
Are you sure you're not a dwarf?
He eats like a dwarf, drinks like a dwarf, acts like a dwarf. You know, I wonder that too sometimes.
So
Marshall.
a minute to dig this
it's like a 90s cartoon of like it's like Tom and Jerry style of someone needs to dig a foxhole just rapidly, so it just is a really hurried and dusty motion, and suddenly there's a hole there. What happened? I don't know. I couldn't see because of the dirt. Yeah, it's like that.
How big a hole?
Over the span of like a few minutes.
Because we got a lot of things to throw in that hole.
Anyway, she found her shovel and she comes back out. And then she comes over to this scene and she's like, she has a shovel in her hand, she looks at you, Aldrich, and she looks back at Marshall going ham at digging a hole. You think 2 would help him?
Yes.
Come on to dig it.
Hey Marshall,
Marshall.
you need it? Yeah, go ahead.
Marshall?
Yeah?
Would you like a second one? And she holds out the other shovel.
Huh. I would like a second one. Grab
There you
it and throw it at the Tala.
What?
Ha!
Danway chuckles at that.
Work off that cake, young lady.
It was just one. She comes over. Alright. Let's do this. Come on, Tala. There's no way she's gonna nat 20 this, though.
Do it. I believe you, Tala.
If she does, though.
Can I
she'll
guide
be-
it, sir?
Damn.
Okay.
18's still solid.
18's pretty good. Considering her smaller stature. She doesn't keep up at anywhere near this Acme, Wile E. Coyote pace of yours. But in relative speed to like a normal person digging a hole, she's pretty quick. Again, giving her her small stature. I'm assuming you rounded up all the bodies you could find.
Pretty much.
Yes?
Yeah.
So let's see, there's the one from the watchtower, one that was nearby, there's another one in another watchtower, 2 on another side of the courtyard, the 2 inside.
What are
So
we
that's
talking about?
7.
Dead bodies.
Oh.
And then, looking... We'll just speed this up, we'll montage it. You guys look around the outpost, the remaining rooms. I can tell you that the aviary has no birds.
Who would have thunk it?
Although it does have a single pigeon feather.
We take the.
And no riding implements. And their bunk room barracks is in a similar capacity as the one before. So yeah. You're an all-star. You do find one last body in the barracks.
Anything of note about them?
About this body or about the body in general?
Let's just go with the barracks one.
With this one in particular, roll investigation.
Alrighty. Bamp. Bamp. No.
Birthday soup.
I'm gonna avoid any comments. Anyways.
Oh yeah, this must take more than 10 minutes.
Yes.
While the bodies are getting gathered, I would kind of direct whoever's carrying them out to put them in like a straight line so they're in a row.
You're doing the manager position?
Yeah.
Perfect.
With your detect magic active, what would you like to discern?
Discern or search? I'm sorry, I didn't hear you.
Discern.
Okay, I would like to see if there is anything magical on, like a hound, like just this.
There is
Anything
nothing magical other than the portal and the creature tied to it.
No, but like I'm gonna run around like a doggy, just like.
I know.
Oh.
Magic doesn't last long. Its discernibility fades very quickly.
Yeah, which is why I'm using my senses to see.
You guys got here like days late.
I gotta say.
I mean,
it's
a
just-
dog can find a sense days later.
A scent is not magic.
No,
so
but a
funky.
sense can have like What if I use this as a way to make my own smelling perception just better at dissecting magic?
No.
Gotta say, I like the idea of Pico just wandering around and finding magic and peeing on it like a dog when they find something.
I'm just smelling around. Okay, then all right.
Remember how we had that talk months ago about how lightning or thunder call or whatever had thunder that only worked for like a 50-foot radius, and you're just like, thunder definitely doesn't just go 50 feet. Yeah, it's like that. It goes quick because it's magic. It does not operate on the sense of reality. Reality operates upon magic, not the other way.
That's fair. Yeah, I guess I just run around the vicinity and like look around if I can find anything that's still magical. Yeah, any house I can leave in. Just like I have 10 minutes and they're burying bodies, so I might as well just go ham. And
There is nothing.
all right. Do any of the bodies smell of magic?
Nope. Well, corpse bodies or the creatures' bodies?
I guess both. But with the creature one, I'm a bit more careful, like a chemist, You're going slowly and like whiffing your hand to like the smell.
I didn't hear anything you just said because Discord crashed on me. So repeat that.
Mainly, like I'm smelling everything, but like the big monstrosity one, a bit more careful and slower.
The monstrosity one, the normal corpses are clean.
Mm-hmm.
Monstrosity, because it still has a source of energy connected to it, so its magic isn't as fleeting. Let's see, wizard. There it is. Let's see, not abjuration, not conjuration, not divination, not enchantment, not evocation. Not illusion, yes on necromancy, and yes on transmutation.
Good to know. Does it feel evil?
This entire place feels evil.
Oh, does it smell familiar?
In what sense?
In the way that I have smelled it before.
No.
Like the combination of magic.
This is a different set entirely, so no.
Well,
It's not like there's a magical signature of a mage tied to their magic. Magic is magic. It's visible signature when you're there, yes, but like in terms of its after effects, there's no way to tell. Although there is legislation being had about just if it's magic, you're a mage, fuck you. You're the closest suspect in miles, so let's just arrest you and put you to trial. But that's something for later. I have to talk to the House of Lords about that.
all right, place clean.
So, you guys bury the bodies in your deliberate manner.
Just looking at them, the whole row before we shove them in the hole.
Don't say that.
Yeah, as that's happening, I'm like, I hope it didn't just make this easier for whoever created that other one.
True. Seema, would you mind?
I'm sorry, I didn't hear what you were asking. What I would mind doing.
I didn't.
Well, then,
With the dead.
Holy burying body. I'm assuming.
Maybe just
Yes.
cremation.
shall I say some more? I have some sacred flame. If we want to cremate it.
To you guys.
Yeah.
Days.
It's hard to make a giant meat monster if the meat's torched.
Burial
If you
is more
want, I
your
could say
domain.
some words for them.
I think I can say some probably. I don't want to say better words, but maybe more
Different.
appropriate words, Marshall.
I'm
I
curious.
think
Are
you might be very
there
right.
Seema? Do you
don't
can
say.
you tell how these died?
Are you asking about like the people who aren't the meat monster?
Yes.
I'm really
it's the
disturbed that meat monsters.
Yeah,
No,
I don't know.
we're not like it. Can I roll investigation check on the other corpses?
This would be medicine.
Yeah, that's what I meant. Medicine. Sorry, I was looking at one of them.
I mean,
Would
either
you-
one works, but
Crash.
depending on which
medicine-
one you pick, I'll give you different lines of logic.
Yeah.
Could always
So-
help by looking for stab wounds.
You both can roll investigation and medicine respectively.
All right.
Okay. I guess I'll guide myself. Not that I need it, because I'm real good at medicine.
Lip finger.
20 and 21. I'll give a general information briefing, and then you guys can ask questions. Simple as that. In technicality, all these people died via some sort of puncture, piercing wound, similar to a rapier tip, an arrow, a spearhead, stuff like that. There's no some relative consistency, but there is a significant variance. Some are, like as I said, thin injuries, very precise. Others, while still being piercing wounds, are far less precise, but the fact that they're bigger means that they don't need to be as precise. You follow?
Yeah.
Attacks upon them are hitting critical components of their body. So there's not one that just hits the bottom of their leg, or there's one that hits their upper arm area. No, they're all central mass, head, neck,
Mm-hmm.
that sort of deal.
They need the squishy parts for building.
Damn, Discord. What was the last thing you heard from me?
We hear everything.
Oh, you heard everything. Okay. Ask like questions, I suppose.
How many?
There are 8 bodies.
Okay.
Oh, how many questions you mean?
Yeah. That's what I
I
was.
mean, you can ask as many as you want,
Okay.
and I will
So-
tailor the answer to your roles.
I guess my first question is, how long does it look like they've been here based on like decomposition?
Let's see. I'm trying to think of the timeline here. I might be Let's see. Pushing a week.
Okay.
If my information in my memory is correct, yes, a week.
Can I identify any sort of punctures or gashes that seem to have been... I'm looking for sneak attacks or surprise attacks that would have indicated the person being caught off guard. Like a kidney stab or, that sort of thing.
In the meantime, I will also look for like defensive wounds of it, so that they weren't, whether they were surprised or not.
Okay, well, the second question leads to the first question.
Yeah.
It seems that none of these people really defend themselves.
Mm-hmm.
It seems that these are all effective sneak attacks. So if there's some rupturing from a person who had just been stabbed starts frantically moving, there is that. But most strikes are pretty effectively lethal in a relatively fast manner. So, what else? If anything else.
Chedimir, could you do a quick sweep, see if you find any tracks, any sort of sign of scuffle?
Out of game. I did kind of do that earlier. No, that was a really bad roll. Or no, that was a survival, wasn't it? Could we just use the 19 survival that I did?
You're using the survival to track tracks in the armor room.
That is
Not the entirety of the compound.
Okay, do you want me just to re-roll survival then? Or something else?
Yes, please.
Okay, cool. Gonna get 2! 17.
Anyone trained in history?
Nope.
Nope.
I am.
Ooh.
Roll history.
I thought I was. I couldn't remember. Ugh.
Oofa
I'm trained in it, but I didn't pay much attention in class, so.
Okay, then
She gotta see
ignore anything. Ignore what I just said. 17 survival. What are you looking for? Just tracks in general?
And signs of a scuffle, which I doubt we'll find.
Okay. There is no signs of scuffle, and tracks are as old as what I told you earlier. It doesn't look like anyone has come in since.
Are there?
I will say, as a cultural freebie, people don't just walk into a wayward guard outpost to see how they're doing or whatever. They're pretty isolated in their posts.
I don't know how to ask for that, because before we saw like a fight with a distinct lack of tracks, but that's not something you would really see here. Are there any like signs around like where some of the bodies were found of someone else being there?
Roll me investigation for that one.
Checks out.
That's a bit more discerning and specific.
Could I get some guidance?
I can guide you.
Cool. See, we remember.
Make Graham smile upon you.
Hi. Damn.
Yes, he's not smiling. 15.
15.
Like physical signs of a person being there, no. There's not like 2 steps behind them in dust of where the person was standing or whatever.
But there is a distinct sign of, oh, there's a body here. There was probably someone here. Probably.
I mean, as I said, some of these wounds are akin to like bolts and arrows. So in technicality, someone doesn't need to stand next to you to kill you. They're hard long-range options.
Good point.
Physical and magical.
If it wasn't for the giant abomination, this would almost seem just like some random bandit group that's well trained. Alright. And I inform them of that information.
Very well.
Were there any animals passing through here?
I don't think I need to say the answer because I think you could safely assume what I would say. Chedimir.
Nah, there aren't. Besides the 2 that we have that very much don't want to be here right
Yeah.
I think it would be a safe assumption to say that these guards were taken by surprise and assassinated.
I think that the fact that they all appear to have been attacked by surprise and taken by surprise makes me think that there were either multiple attackers involved that all at once appeared, which I mean is somewhat in keeping with what we've encountered with the Void before, or potentially that there was potentially magic cast that like made them more complacent or just like, froze them.
So no matter
It
how
makes
many
me
guys
think that
say,
they're
very good people, very well trained.
So we know this is one of the outposts. Can we figure out which one it is?
Marshall, what were you gonna say? Or,
it just makes me think that they may not have been just good warriors. Maybe these gods are just not very good.
I wouldn't say that in any town whatsoever.
I mean, even a
Exactly.
child, even like a child who's untrained, if they knew that someone was attacking them, would raise their arm up to defend themselves from a stab.
Anyways, there's no fucking landmarks in the Twins besides occasional high mountains.
You
Did I
have the
know?
Margin Mountains right there.
Yeah, that is true. But besides that, you need like to triangulate something.
And you were up further along the Margin Claw mountain range earlier. And now
Do
you're
I
further
know
down
where
it. And
And we know there's only one to the south.
range, I'll give this to you for free. Margin Claw. And this end of the Margin Claw, if you're somewhere in between, you can therefore triangulate where you are.
Sure. So which outpost is it?
Northwest.
South, man. There's one to the.
Answers.
There's only one to the south, and we're on the south side of it, right?
I think so. I'm getting a lot of cut out here, so I'm hearing like every other word.
God damn it, Discord. So, if I had to put points,
The west was like here or in that general vicinity. The north one was like there, yeah. I can't. Ooh.
I figured the Crossroads one was more towards the southern end, on the other side of the street. Relatively close enough. So, like, somewhere there. I can't move this because it's too small. Hold on, give me a second. There we go. Too small. So something like that.
So we took care of the north one. We keep jumping back to the square and we're at the lower circle.
Northwestern
Yes.
one then.
Okie doke. Northeast, southwest, I guess. I don't know. The
Keep in mind that northwest is in respect from
the city.
Tiermer and from the road leading up to it.
And all we need to do is leave the compound, and then we can know which one we're at for sure.
This is true.
And then the south is like down here or something.
And to be honest,
theory.
it's like we still have others to examine anyways. So.
Oh, when you say birthday suits, I'm guessing that means like they don't have badges on them at all.
This is very correct.
Okay, okay.
Because
I'd like
birthday
to be
suit implies
efficient.
they're naked.
I'd like to be efficient and know for a fact what the situation is.
When I say birthday suit, I mean to imply they're in what they were wearing when they were born, so therefore nothing.
Alrighty.
All right, into the hole they go.
Drop them all. Bury them.
Say a little
And I
prayer,
say,
perhaps.
I'm going to say some words over them. Just
Roll your religion. With advantage, if you'd be so kind.
yes. I'm going to say what I'm saying before I roll it to
Go
see
ahead.
if it's.
Might affect the DC. Depends.
Mhm.
We'll see.
to Karim and all gods that abide upon this world, may you take these lost wanderers home and protect them from the dark forces that took their lives, so that they may not take their souls as well. Religion. Advantage.
Do you add that little bit at the end as well?
Yes, I definitely say rolling religion.
And I pray you did not worship Ghost Chaku, or you will be supremely disappointed when you make it to his house.
I mean, it's not like divine fire and lightning come from the sky to purge these bodies from the world or anything.
You should have guided
You bury 'em.
yourself.
You bury them.
I'll gather some rocks of various sizes and make like a little grave marker, like a little pyramid.
It's been a while since we used the Whispers chat, so let's put it to use, shall we? Seema, I'm gonna send you over, so don't freak out.
Woo! Let's go!
Be right back.
Bye.
Okay, as they left, I just realized that Pico's photo has a bamboo stick above her hand.
Yeah.
Boy.
Adorable. I did fuck up the colors though, because the eyes are supposed to be rounded with white, but I just can't be bothered.
Now I understand the clown theme going and the color palette. So nice, Dragona.
Thank you. I do love them red pandas.
I was hoping it was going to be like a big bad creature that was behind you. And
That
not
was
like
really
it kills you before we get there type of way, but like as in like it would be super cool to kill type of way.
Can you repeat that? You're cutting out for me so bad.
He said he was hoping it would be a big bad that we could kill in an epic way.
Oh no!
But no, we just
Don't kill
destroyed
my red panda.
No,
No,
the
the creature
monster, the flesh golem thing.
Not fair. Fair. I see it. I can see how we all would like that. Also, I'm gonna send you the original sketch for Pico I did at work, simply because the color, like the black and white, is better in this color. And I just really like this pose she has.
Nice.